We are red. Red is on.
How's that?
We're on. All right, today is Thursday, July 6th, year 2017. Let this meeting of the Tilton Board of Selectmen now come to order. Please let the record show that all the selectmen are present. That's what we said. Thursday, July 6th, 13th. All right, let's stand and give pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great. So first on the agenda is the minutes of July 6th.
No, because it needs to be near the camera.
Well, this really isn't it's kind of like an opening. Oh, yeah.
It's just in our packet.
I was kind of looking at the town administrator, I turned it over and looked at town administrator's agenda items, and I said, oh, I got the wrong thing. No, make a motion to approve the minutes of July 6, 2017.
Second. Everybody had a chance to read them?
Yeah.
The question mark next to John Roki, that is the way you spell his name.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you.
All those in favor of the motion on the table?
Aye.
Yes. Opposed? Majority yes. All right. Are you ready? Are you waiting for anybody else?
He's not here?
That's all right.
Make a motion, we go into non-public per RSA 91A:3 personnel.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
John?
Flag, yes.
Constantino, yes.
Dustin, yes.
John, yes.
Thank you, John. We are red. Red is on. Motion to seal the minutes of the non-public session as it pertains to employees permanently.
Second.
Roll call vote. Was it a roll call vote for that?
Yes.
Fog, yes.
St. John, yes.
Did we get a
Constantino,
second?
yes.
Scanlon,
seconded
yes.
I'm just too
We
fast.
should seal the minutes of the non-public session that it pertains to hiring till the matter is resolved.
It is. We hired.
Pardon?
Well, we've offered this and it's not been confirmed.
I'm not talking about that one, I'm talking about the
Yes,
hiring of
yes, okay,
2.5 positions.
yes.
Okay.
I didn't think it was a safety issue, but it's
Okay.
a hiring issue.
Right.
Second, if there wasn't one.
Roll call vote.
Fog, yes.
St. John, yes.
Constantino, yes.
Dustin, yes.
Oh, yes. Scanlon.
Camera on, please.
We'll
Or it
work
is
on-
on.
we'll
All right.
work on the
Joyce,
order,
we're
John.
ready. Okay, I've seen your list. Can it be shortened?
Yes.
Thank you.
You want the sign changed? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pat's got her test tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
Some of that we've been informed through FYI.
Freaking out already.
It's really fascinating. I can't get over that this thing is still...
We're gonna have to take that away from you. You're
Well,
just-
I think it's fascinating that you can take a creature and cut it into 3 segments, including
Are
cutting
you-
his head off, and it's still... Well, I finished it. See, it's still moving?
Oh, my God.
Okay, the PARs have
Go
been
ahead.
signed. Things I need decisions on, the land use technician, she's ready, willing, and able to start. She'll start next Monday, if we can. I got the local background check back. Her former employers are from years ago, because she's been out of the workforce. I could call, she listed some names of friends of hers, and that Mr. Hassan. I haven't called him yet. And we haven't gotten the state's criminal background check or the vehicle background check. She's on the driver tomorrow. So I'm just wondering, do you still want to wait before we have her start, or will you go ahead and have her start? Dari says he can put her to work right away, and in
Mr.
the interim,
Sadler.
he'll have her work at the assessing station.
Breaking
It's Mr. Sadler, not Hassan.
Oh, what is it?
Hassan is his first name.
Oh, Hassan.
Hassan, H-A-S.
So why don't you pick one of those recommendations that's most recent or significant, and just touch base with them, just for this. What does everybody think about doing that and letting her start work Monday,
Yep.
contingent on if, obviously if that one comes back and it's...
Yeah, we've spoken just about every day. I'm just saying, well, it hasn't come back yet. Let me talk with the board, and I get a good sense from her. So
what station are they gonna have her working from?
I will just put her at the assessing, or at the table the auditors are there right now, but she can work from there.
Okay. There's that small table in there too. Okay, so we'll make it work until we...
Okay, the most important one is I've been working on the tax deed letters. The actual legal notice of intent to auction I have not sent yet. And I've drafted, and I'm almost done with it, if you would sign it tonight. One of the parcels was taken by you 2 weeks ago, that the individual had made a payment on a lien, but they did it online, and it was applied to the 2015. So the 2014, which triggered the deeding, was only $183.
Why didn't the tax collector know this?
She did.
So she did know this.
Yes, because she accepted the payment online and, checked to make sure that the payment was in the bank.
That was not conveyed to us. Thank you for
I did call
researching that.
the owner of the manager for the manufactured housing park, and I said, what can you tell me about this couple? Because, we've reached out to her and him, we haven't, and he said, well, it's a married couple, older, they're in and out, they travel. Right now, their son lives there, he's an approved person to live there, because it's a senior housing unit. And he said the gentleman worked second shift, he doesn't see him that often, and he was really surprised that the town took it for that amount. So what I have
Me too.
drafted, I just have to print it, is rather than
Taxes are
sending out
taxes.
we're gonna evict you and do all this, it's the letter that says, look, we have your deed, you need to contact the selectmen immediately. If you don't, then we will be forced to go through this process.
Well, if
I
she
don't
made a
understand, we
payment-
already did these.
Wait, if they made a payment,
In 2015,
they actually paid for that payment in 2015.
yes, which the payment that they made in 2015 completely paid the 2015 lien. I don't know what that amount was, but it completely paid off 2015, even though there was a balance due of $183 on the 2014 lien.
So if she had, what you're saying is if she had come into town hall, the
Yes,
tax collector would have applied it to the previous, but because it came in electronically, the tax collector didn't do that.
correct.
Now that seems
Well-
inequitable.
Right.
We should have a system that works
Fair.
uniformly.
That's correct.
Yes, and I did speak with Lauren today when she was here, explained what had happened. And she said, well, you'd have to talk with Josh, and then he's their programmer, and he would put something on there
But let's back up.
to make sure you're paying the
But
correct
let's
year.
back up. The tax collector received that payment. It has been the tax collector's policy, when someone comes in to pay, that the credit is to the oldest debt. It comes in through the kiosk electronically, and that's not the case. Why wouldn't a phone call been made to their property owner, or why wouldn't it have been applied as we have done for years?
I don't know.
Well,
All right,
It's
how
also-
do we correct this?
the other part of this is that we did send them numerous letters saying what was going to happen. So it's also their responsibility to open their mail
That's true, that's
and
true.
realize that even though you think you paid the 2,000
That's true.
and you paid that payment, it did not go to that. They should have followed
They
through.
should have
We
contacted
can-
us.
I mean, there are,
It doesn't justify taking it.
We take properties for failure to pay taxes and failure to communicate with us. So
So how do we fix
how do
it?
we fix this?
Well, send this letter, I'll send certified US mail, and then I will go over and physically put it in the door.
Now, it's my understanding the town clerk already went over and recorded the deeds,
Yes,
even though that's a
That's
job
that's
that
something
the
I do.
administrator has
Yes.
done.
I do that.
It's not the town clerk, tax collector's responsibility to record those deeds. It's the town administrator's duty to record the
Well,
deeds.
except for whoever the selectman assigned to do it,
Right.
which we have assigned to
So-
you.
Right, because I
Why?
have to enter it onto our property liability insurance.
That's right.
It takes me, it's a lot of paperwork to pull together to do these notifications. If it waits a day or so before it gets recorded,
So why was the reason it was done the opposite this year?
wants it off our books.
I think we need to bring her in and talk with her. It needs to be done and done correctly. We can't have it done, year after year after year one way, and then all of a sudden it's being done another way.
Well, it's
Is
because I
there-
wasn't here.
Is there any way
If I
to,
were here,
Perhaps
then,
maybe that week that we found out that it wasn't going, that this week that you were away, and it wasn't recorded, it would have made it a lot easier
yes, to catch, I would
to
have caught it.
catch that $182 mishap.
So we'll make sure next year.
well, we need to, yeah, well, we do next year, but we need to find out why she took it upon herself to do something that
We need to
we
find
had
the
not
answer to that.
tasked
Right, so the reason,
her to do.
when I left, you told me which ones you wanted letters for.
Right.
Gail had the
Mhm.
letters, I was
Right.
ready to present.
pretty clear.
Right.
And then, but for whatever reason, the board went ahead and took them, and that really surprised me. That surprised me.
Right, so we're gonna fix it?
Yes, that I'm gonna send them a letter that I want you all to sign. It has a lot more meaning if they see some signatures on it.
Okay.
To come in and talk with you, and you can work out a payment agreement with them. The 2016 lien is also due, but
How are we gonna
I
fix that?
haven't even changed, in fact, Lauren just pulled down the deeds today. I don't know if she entered the name changes or not in our system, I don't know, I haven't had a chance to.
How are we fixing that other one? You're gonna put a letter in their door?
Yeah, and mail certified. And put attention and,
And say to them that,
yeah. And I can
you need
also-
to come in and talk to us?
Yes, and I can also, Tom knows, hey, if you see them, that, let them know that we got this.
Is
So
there
this
any
is the
way,
one that paid in 2015.
Yes, it is.
14.
mistake on the key?
Oh, I thought we were talking about two different ones.
No, same one.
Same.
Is there any way to contact on that county to say that the deed was filed erroneously?
No, we'll just.
Have to go through the
Yeah, you
process
have
and quick
to,
claim it back, okay.
Once it's recorded, it's recorded.
It's recorded.
It's in the chain of title, and that's sad to have to, but like
Nothing
you
with the
said,
title.
you have to, but have you, I paid once in Northfield
But-
on the kiosk, and it's similar, it's the same thing. It's very confusing, because you have to scroll down each and every bill, and the way the bills are set, you don't know, you look up a thing, it says, oh, well, it says zero, I don't owe anything, but then you have to look up to see that, oh, well, that's the lien amount.
Yes, it is very
It
confusing.
is confusing, so.
Um,
But
Should be a
anyway,
note
yes.
on
So
that.
before you leave, I'll have you sign that letter.
Should we think about when we deed this back to them? I know that for some people, when tax deeds are taken, it affects them very erroneously. Is there any way to record a letter when we quit claim this back, that indicates that it should not
Oh.
have taken place.
Yeah, we could put that in the quick claim.
We should think about that. We can discuss that later in the decision, but
Yeah, there's corrective deeds. You can
Yeah,
do
let's-
things like that. Okay, just quickly, so check on Hassan. The meter box, just so you know, when he went and made the repairs, he put in one that he had because he didn't have the right one. He has since got the right one, he went back and put it in, so.
Oh, the time.
so we had a temporary
Yes,
announcement.
and I notified Glenn, I said, I got the bill, I said, I'll go ahead and pay it, and then they'll reimburse us for half. Town hall car,
And they were good with that?
yeah, town hall, I still don't have a maintenance report on the town hall car.
Brock reported that the
Struts.
bushings in the rear axle were wrong.
Right, but you wanted a report, right, for Cindy. I told Cindy that the decision as to whether or not she gets a stipend or gets reimbursed is on hold, that the board wants an analysis of, is it
Well, I guess
cost
he's
effective.
fixing it. That's.
He is fixing
yeah,
it, okay.
fixing it.
And also
then-
Joyce, if you,
And also, I sent an query to Primex. I laid out the thing, and I said, "Get back to me as soon as possible." And I can read you the email where I asked. It was just,
we should hear from them, not just,
oh, I should
yes
hear
or no.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Sure.
What's,
They answered me on another thing about the tax deeds, about how do I have to physically enter it in their web portal, or can I just email it to them? They do it like that. Just email it to them. Okay, so he is fixing it, okay. But I still have to pull together information
Well,
on
he
how
said-
much we spent.
Yeah, he said that it was on the rear end on it. He didn't say anything about the shifter. Like if you can check with Brock.
I sent you all an email that this town hall stage project's has been moved to 7/24. He apologized profusely. Double checked with Brett, and they're coming Monday. I did you get an estimate on Stonehenge? An estimate from Stonehenge? I did. This
That's
is,
Stonehenge, we already had an estimate.
No, for pointing,
for what?
pointing.
Yes, I was not aware of this. Repoint the small section of failed mortar joints that will be covered by the new stairs and ramp. It's $295. This is a change order.
When,
Are you talking about in bricks, the side of the building?
Bricks himself on the side of the building, he noticed that where the ramp lies, just above where the ramp is settled and just below it, I guess from the ramp down, the water has just dug out the mortar completely. You can almost move some bricks by where the granite stairs are and over towards the first stairwell, and then in between the stairwell you could see as the ramp goes down. So he said you really should do that before you put the ramp back up. And I had asked him to say, could you give me an estimate before Thursday, because we're gonna meet Thursday night and the board can agree yes or no. And then I asked him, he said, the front end of this side of the building, halfway down below where the windows are, needs to be at some point in time repointed. I said, well, yeah, in between the building does too. He
The
said,
whole
well,
building needs to be
he
repointed.
said, I
Go on
repointed
over.
that. He was the one that repointed it 40 years ago in between the building, and he knows the system in which he used to repoint it. And I said, really?
Are you kidding me?
So I said, would you please, if you're still willing to do the work, would you please give us an estimate for budget time next year? Because we're looking for someone that would do that.
And our bulkhead down there.
And so he's going to take a look at the entire building, because there's some out front, there's bricks on the bottom.
That's as good as getting a new police station.
Yes, and so he said he's gonna give Joyce an estimate for repointing. The top half of this side of the building does not have to be. He said the bottom half really needs where the water runs off. The back needs to be done, and the bottom half of the windows, from the windows down in the front, definitely, there are some spots up at the top. And then this whole wall on the
Okay,
in between them.
So right now, you're asking us to look at
Just
doing
the
what
way
you,
the ramp is.
$295.
what the ramp is gonna cover.
Yes. So.
So
we have
yes,
a motion.
I so
Is
I'll
that-
I'll make a motion that we approve $295 to make additional repairs to the motor around the ramp.
second,
Any more discussion? Motion on the table. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 So I better call him tonight because
Motion
tomorrow
carries.
is his last day. Well, he can go Saturday.
All right.
Okay, that's that. Okay, disposal
That's you.
of the police cruiser 6A, we need your permission. He did get the VIN number,
Yay,
So-
one bites the dust.
so a
Finally.
motion.
so moved.
So seconded. Any more discussion on disposing of the skeleton of vehicle 6A?
Aye.
Just a comment to mention that it has been picked clean of all usable parts for recycling on other vehicles.
All those in favor of the motion on the table, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
It's under this.
Okay, I haven't had a chance yet to go and blow up those plans so that you can play with moving buildings around.
What are you talking about?
Police station.
Oh.
But I didn't
Class 5
know,
road project off Vehicle Road, Laconia Road, okay.
Yeah, all right, so
Moved
that's,
on.
okay. Plumbing repairs, we sent another reminder to the plumber.
Is that on tap?
Did that.
John Ferguson, is that on tap?
We have a note from Gary, any to report on the board sidewalk, just now.
Yes.
Oh,
Audit.
really?
Yes, so
The
that-
answer
Audit
is no.
text.
I saw that.
Is John Ferguson on tap plumbing out of Pittsfield? Okay, I'm just curious.
Okay, the class 5 road, okay, this, I wasn't clear in our meeting last week. When we did the reported survey, I sent copies to Alan Hanscom at DOT, and I sent a copy to Dari, and I sent a copy to Samberton, because when I looked at our tax map and their tax map, this boundary line is different, and I sent it just as information, like, we don't have to do anything about it now, but this is information. So they went and turned it over to their town attorney, which is Chris Bolt, who also works the same firm as John Radigan. So they want a definitive answer as to whether or not there's any conflict of interest. And I didn't give it to him last week. I just told him that we're doing our investigations and we're not going to do anything right now. And he said he wants to know if the selectmen are amenable to allowing his partner, Chris Bolt, to advise the Samberton Selectmen on the issue of the boundary, town boundary, knowing that any advice I would give to the Tilton Selectmen would be limited to property owner and their claims within the existing pre-survey boundaries, and that I would not be able to advise the Tilton Selectmen on any disputes with the town of Samberton. So,
So in other words, we couldn't use John Radigan if there was a case.
with the town boundaries
Right.
between Samberton.
Why would there, where is Sam?
So why would we give up our right
Right.
first if we each use a lawyer from the same firm? Right?
Right. It doesn't, he's just
Well,
saying.
if we say we want to stay with
It's
you, then they have to
perfect.
find someone else.
That boundary is more this way.
Well, he's
I'm
asking
not
us.
sure. Listen, I
What-
don't really care.
I don't see.
Well, I don't know, do we want to give up our right to use him to represent us if it goes that
I
far?
think that's the question is, would we use him to represent us? Would we use somebody else? We could use somebody else. I think it's a pretty simple thing. What it really amounts to is,
How many different law firms are we going to have working for us?
right now, we have at least 3,
Well, so now we're going
Four.
to,
Yeah,
5,
5, yeah, at least.
nope, 6.
Yeah,
I got 6.
yeah, I got about 6.
Forget about what LGC points to us, but I get 6.
So is that, there'd be no problem?
I mean, for us, I think our it's really, this came from T.F. Berninger, right, this survey. He surveyed this for
Yep.
us.
Yep.
This was the state. So why is there contention between the town of Tilton and Samberton? This is going to be between Samberton and the state of New Hampshire because this is their boundary line. The state of New Hampshire put that boundary line there. Is that not correct?
Well, I don't know,
Right.
does it match up with our perambulation?
Bernier did not. draw that boundary line. That boundary line is from the state blueprint. He didn't survey that line, right?
Correct. He only surveyed on the.
He surveyed this.
That's correct, that's all.
So
he
their
did.
argument's not with us, it's with the state of New Hampshire.
I
Right.
just have to read his notes
So-
to see where he got that.
Yeah, that was a little, so.
Isn't that what I'm looking at? Are those all?
Yeah, it's New Hampshire Highway Plans, Tilton, Samerton,
Yeah.
Falmouth. Yeah, okay.
So it would be with the state, not with,
It's kind of,
Yeah,
moot.
these
It's a
dates.
completely moot
No,
point.
so I would say that,
Let them go.
But,
Let them have their
you know,
turn.
we could pick up a little taxable land here.
I don't think Sammy can afford to lose any.
All right, so that settles that, and then.
Does everybody agree with that?
Have to.
Let them use their attorney from that law firm?
Yes.
yes.
Doesn't affect us, so who cares?
I don't think it
We
does.
could get a couple others.
They're gonna argue with the state.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I sent you the email from Mike Gagney, wanted to know about the trees and the sidewalk and everything. I haven't had a chance to go over the sidewalk, but I did speak with Brock. And, as you know, he, has ordered the trees. I got the invoice from him, but he's gonna pick them up after the sidewalk is done. And, he wanted to be sure with the board where you wanted him to plant that. Do you wanna plant it? Because we can't plant it back in front of the.
He has to get dig safe down there, and then he's gonna have to make a determination after dig safe is marked and all that.
Right, but he was thinking of using one of the other holes that's already
Yes.
vacant. Do you have a preference in what hole
He's-
you want?
I'm not gonna choose a hole without dig safe. We don't know what's underneath that hole.
Okay,
Because
so we'll have
Main
dig
Street
Sim-
planted these trees,
Yeah.
obviously
Without
without
dig safe.
finding out what was underneath them.
As
so-
close to the previous location as Dixie allows.
safe. Okay,
That sounds.
That includes the water district. I don't know if dig safe
Yeah, they do.
locates their water farm or
Yeah.
not, but I'm not
Yeah.
taking any
Well,
chances.
they don't have our sewer pipes because you can't find them. They're all plastic, or clay, or
There you go.
vermico.
But those are down far enough, right?
No, well, it depends what you're doing.
The roots will find
For
it.
us, they would be, for this,
Okay.
okay. And then as far as the patching, I don't know
But
what he was referring
why,
to.
why,
Patching that section of sidewalk where the tree was removed.
Where the tree
from.
was.
Where the tree
We're
was.
not
Why-
doing that sidewalk till at least next year.
right,
Well, you still
and
have to
why are
patch
we,
where it was.
He was supposed to have patched it.
we're not, I thought we were,
He just
no, he
patched where
paid
the
the,
pipe
mat-
was.
we were gonna, didn't he just pay us for the materials and we were gonna patch it?
Yes.
So
Both
just
parties paid.
take the hole and fill it in with bark mulch and make it look nice. We'll put pansies there.
But the issue with the tree, aren't we gonna hold off till at least September to plant it? I don't think planting it now is the best.
Evidently, this species, the greenhouse, from what I understand, said it would be fine to plant it first part of August. It would be okay.
With what sort of care?
I don't know.
How often does it need to be watered?
They're gonna advise him on that. I asked him to be
As
sure
long
to
as
get
they're aware.
instructed. Those are all good questions, but I
But
did.
to me, I'd wait till September, but
Warranty.
Sometimes it's a little hot and dry in the middle of the summer.
No, I'm just finishing. Solar information is in your folders.
yeah.
You said, the
Okay.
board had said they wanted to see
Started that.
something before. I did get some additional information from Lauren today on that, so you might want to talk about that either before or after and invite him in. He really wants to meet with the board and make a
Well,
presentation.
let's have an opportunity to review this and this is a
Yes,
review what Lauren has to say, and then we'll have to, okay,
Yep.
and then we'll have to make a decision then on whether or not we want to talk to him.
okay, all right.
Does that sound okay?
The other thing when Lauren was in today, this one missed. This one, they're approved for the veterans credit for tax year 2018. They're denied for the elderly because they have to, it was untimely filed, late filing, and that they can refile in 2018, but they'll have to produce new provided
Documentation,
income.
okay.
So that. And then also she informed me that on the when she did the Tilton School, every year Tilton School gives us a spreadsheet. And so she finally went in and put that in, and she discovered that U584, they had removed a building, and they're using the land for education purposes. And U989, which was taxable, is now fully tax exempt. So I just wanted to alert you to that because.
So there's two pieces that they're taking on?
Yeah, so what I have to do is, I haven't had a chance. The A9 form, I have to get that and,
So that's next week.
yeah, because just to give you a heads up.
Next,
So this is approved.
one is.
Yeah, one is.
So we signed it into the.
Yep, if you look up above, it should tell you denied and approved.
Oh, here it is, yeah.
And then the only other thing, so when are we gonna talk about sidewalk bids?
Talk about what?
Sidewalk paving bids.
Peter and Brock are supposed to review them.
You mean
So that's not tonight.
you're talking
Old Route 3. We already have awarded the bid for
I'm
the
sorry,
sidewalks.
Class
Boy, you
5
had me
road.
confused.
I'm confused. I got sidewalk
Well-
in my brain.
Quite frankly, since we may not own it, I mean, should we hold off a little bit on that?
Yeah.
And
Just,
concentrate more on
Yep.
what the
It's like
state of New
Paul George
Hampshire
just-
DOT wants to do with that?
yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
think they
Paul
wanna
George
keep
just
it.
say an issue of ownership's come up and we're trying to resolve it, we'll get back
Yep.
to you.
Okay, because I had a voicemail from Brian Crawford. I haven't called him back yet, so I
Right.
don't know what they're doing.
Does everybody agree with Peter? I
Oh,
do.
most certainly. I'm gonna be off the hook.
And then the last thing was.
Thank you, Ashley.
That's it. That's it for me.
I have a non-public.
One question, Cindy mentioned something about some grants that were coming out and they're only available for a short period of time.
Yeah.
And they include that they would cover for sidewalk construction.
Yeah, those are CDBG grants. They're highly competitive. You have to show how it benefits a certain percentage of low to moderate income people.
Veterans.
It's all part of their regular pot of money that they get.
So unless
It
we
isn't
were
just for
going to,
sidewalks.
River Road, Church Street, River Road sidewalks maybe? Because they
How
can't
about-
walk on them now
Maybe. I was
because of the
thinking-
condition of them.
I
How
was
about the
thinking,
veterans?
I was thinking of expanding the sidewalk that goes along the south side of Route 3 from New Franklin Apartments all the way.
Yeah, the veterans.
So you have a section of, that's a state road,
Are we on the side?
that we can't fix those sidewalks until the state fix their drainage. But we could do the sidewalk
Would,
by the Black Swan where it's non-existent and try to continue a sidewalk down, that continues from Riverfront Park down to
seniors,
the entrance.
Yes,
Then the
because that
seniors
would
could.
be a low, moderate income population.
That's right.
It would. Okay.
I don't know what you'd have to do for easements and whatnot because of the sidewalks. Who knows if there was one there ever. I don't. But I can think of that as the only possibility. Winter Street's a good idea, but that's probably something we should think about. If the state actually addresses and fixes that drainage, we should just jump all over this for now.
Okay. I'm done.
Selectmen reports. Anyone?
Wait till next week. Can we do, put fireworks ordinance on it, now that we've gotten the report back from Jesse? Okay.
I did
Next week.
add some suggestions to it.
Oh, you did?
I can send it to him. I don't think he'll object. I can try to send it to everybody. I want you to know, I really tried to use Google Drive, but the cut and paste, copy paste thing really drives me nuts that they don't let you do that.
Control C, Control V, Control X,
It
Control
wouldn't let me
V.
do it.
Let's do
It
it.
said I had to have some special application.
you would use them in
Hey, here's the one over here. So, Peter, nothing?
no?
Okay.
That's good.
I wanted to go into non-public, to discuss with the selectmen what you discussed with me yesterday when you came up?
I
Okay.
apologize for my being.
Oh, you don't have to, but
Let's make a motion.
is that
to
okay
go
with you?
through that.
Motion to go into non-public to discuss employee personnel.
Second,
Roll call vote, please.
Bog, yes.
Constantino, yes.
Dawson, yes.
Scanlon, yes.
You say that so efficient. All right.
Just a minute.
Thank you, John.
I have an even better one to tell you that happened today. It had me in tears.
We are red, red is
You're
on.
impassive. Make a motion to seal the minutes in non-public session as it pertains to employee permanently.
Second,
Roll call vote.
Bog,
Scanlon, yes.
Constantino, yes.
Dawson, yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Aye.
Aye.
Scanlon,
Thank you,
yes.
everybody.